We are back, and today we'll be talking about Isaac and Rachel. I just wanted to give you a chance to talk. The whole story is also based in the book of Genesis
24.
And I think it's because, you know what, marriage, it's all about the Garden of Eden, all in the beginning. It's all about beginnings. So today, the story we're going to share, it's so important because I'm like, this is where I saw it is so important for, as a parent, we are also parents, and praying for the right person or partner or soulmate or husband or wife for your kids. It's so imperative. And I think in this story of Isaac, we see how it unfolds. So maybe let's take us a little bit back to the story of Isaac and Rebekah. How did they come about being a couple?
The Bible speaks about how Abraham had a vision and spoke to his servant and told his servant that he should come to him and make an oath to swear by God that he will not give a hand in marriage to his son to marry any Canaanite woman, and basically any woman outside of his bloodline. So this guy was like, but this is a tall order. How is this going to happen? So Abraham tells his servant and says, go to Mesopotamia, and there you're going to find a girl, and this girl is going to, I've sent an angel ahead of you. So when you meet this girl will be the one who is hospitable, and she will actually give your camels a drink offering. Now he was like, okay, the God of Abraham has sent me to go and look for Isaac, his son, and when I'm there, I'll be guided by an angel. So if it doesn't go well, then I'm off the hook. It's not my fault. My son doesn't have to go back to this family. It's okay. So this guy journeys and goes to Mesopotamia. And when he gets there, because the angel was ahead, according to Abraham's vision, he kneels down and he prays and says, hey, the God of Abraham, please let it be, because I don't see any woman here by this river. Let it be that a daughter appears, and let it be that your son Abraham can be happy as it has been said in the vision. So
I like the fact that he starts praying.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then now he appears, and then she appears, and then this girl is by the river. This gentleman goes and approaches her and asks for water. She gives him the water and says, actually, let me also give to your camel water. And camels drink quite a lot of water. They are like filling up a bus. They drink. And the patience to offer water to 10 camels. This guy was like, wow. And then he asked, hey, this thing is really coming from the roof. This is real. This is what Abraham had prayed for is coming true. Could it be? Who are you? And then she says, actually, I am. She introduces herself as part of the family in line with Abraham.
Exactly what he had asked for Abraham.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
And then now he's happy. He gives her the earrings and a nose ring, bracelets, and she runs off home. She's like, hey, this is what happened. And they invite him, and basically now when he's there, she chooses to leave and go to this family she has never been with, but based on the testimony of the servant and how he was told to come at this exact place, at this exact time, and this is what's going to happen, and everything panned out how it was seen in the vision, then the family was convinced that this man is not thinking this off the dome, is not making it up in an era where there are no cameras, no technology, no satellites. So this is for real. This is out of the ordinary. Let us ask our daughter if she wants to leave. And basically that's what happened.
Nice. You know what I like about the whole story is the fact that when you are meeting the person you ought to marry, you will surely know. Because the signs, if God is somebody you are rooted in, because if we look at the story of Abraham and Isaac himself, who they were finding a wife for, they knew exactly what type of a woman they wanted. And this woman then presented herself exactly the way that Abraham had foreseen her to be like.
Yeah.
She was there from the same tribe that the dad wanted. So in our case, it would be marrying into a God-fearing family. And then further on, God will tell you how you guys will connect. You will just know. Yeah. And in this situation, we see that the servant of Abraham, who was sent by Abraham to go and look for a wife for the son, was expecting to meet a lady who would serve him and the camels.
True.
And that basically was it. That was the clicking of the moment of the fact that, no, this is the woman that Isaac ought to marry. So I think for today, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, and actually just the last point. The fact that yet again, we see a praying father, a father who's connected to God, who's asking God, because the backstory of this is that Sarah had just passed away, and Sarah was so fond of Sarah's relationship, and Isaac the bond was so strong that he was heartbroken. And now Abraham, the father, goes to God and says, hey, this is the situation. I would love my son to find himself a wife so that he can enjoy life. I'm getting old. I would love him to also find love.
Yeah.
So God gives him exactly the specifications, where to go, how to do it. In today's context, people will say it's an arranged marriage. And behind the scenes, we get to see that all successful marriages
are arranged. Not just by us in the physical, by your mother or father, but they're also arranged by God.
So God has a spiritual framework which He has already arranged. And if you are aligned to it, then it's possible that you will find your soulmate. So the Bible then concludes and says they loved each other. They loved each other because God had already ordained it.
Yeah.
So yet again, in the spiritual realm, when God is arranging it, then we need to align. She was asked, do you want to go? And she said,
for sure,
I go. Are we following Christ as a family? That's the question.
Yeah.
We are following Him.
Yeah.
Are we doing it as the body of Christ? That's a question. Then we should follow Him.
Yeah.
So
really, truthfully speaking, marriage is not one of those things that you tick a box that you've done it. It's something that belongs to God. If it's supposed to be successful, if you want your marriage to be successful, you have to give it back to its creator. And the whole institution of marriage, it's about us preparing ourselves as the bride to Christ. And there's no better institution that will teach you and open up your eyes about what is to come when God comes back for us than in the marriage institution. So God has a plan for you, and if you are married, then trust Him in your marriage. And if you're not married, trust Him too for him to bring a partner for you.
Yeah.
Because he is a God who's able. He's able to do things that we cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
And he's so perfect in how he does things. He cares about the details.
Yeah.
So he's a God of details also.
And
Yeah.
for us who have children, now is the time to begin praying for a perfect partner
Yeah.
for your children.
Yeah. Having said that, we're looking forward to next week. We trust maybe we'll be having testimonies from other couples for you guys before we move on to the next couples. So please do stay tuned. And thanks for the comments and the inputs that people are bringing in. So please don't shy out to bring your views of what God is saying to you in regards to the couples of the Bible as we share and spread the love to people who intend to get married and those who are married. Until next time, God bless. Love you.
Usisithando sana